and that Kawhi was really, really taking this hard, but he's not going to, display that on social media. He's not a big social media guy, or he's not going to display it in interviews.
He ain't no social media guy.
He's no social media. Well, I was going to say, he didn't even have any social media. So the point is that he says he began reaching out to Kobe when he was early in his Spurs career, and that Kobe was responding back, and that Kobe became like a big brother to him in off seasons because they lived fairly near to each other, south of L.A. It's Newport Beach, and Kawhi's just a little south of there. But they were close enough that it was an easy 10-minute drive house to house, so they could work out together in the off seasons in ways that you normally couldn't because they were based so close together. And then, as you know, fatefully, that it was Kobe who suggested to Kawhi, once he signed with an L.A. team, you use the same helicopter I use with the same pilot I use to get you from where you are way south of L.A. to Staples for home games. And so he had been doing that. I have no idea what he's doing now. I don't know if he reconsidered all that, but the point was that's how close they were up to this point. So, look, it's very difficult to talk about this because I can't go inside a man's head or heart. It's so subjective how close you were. But I do think that a lot of fans decided that LeBron and Kobe were very close. And again, in that first post that LeBron posted, he talked about how, you're my big brother, Hey, he called him big brother. And I think he was way more of a big brother to Kawhi than Kobe was to LeBron because the age difference is 13 years to Kawhi and 6 years to LeBron. LeBron was his rival.
Yeah, but I think early on, Skip, and you make some very, very interesting points. I think it meant a lot to him. And I think he said he didn't, coming into the game, Skip, that wasn't his, idea to try to win the trophy. He said, I came in, made my first 2 shots, kept shooting, made more shots when I told myself, I'm going to try and get it. I think the thing is, Skip, because Kawhi is very closed off. He doesn't do a whole lot of talking. We don't know just how close he and Kobe was. Kobe didn't, obviously Kobe, that's certain information you don't really pass along. Like when LeBron was going to work out with Olajuwon, we heard about it. He's working out with Olajuwon, getting his footwork right. And so when certain guys work out with certain players, but we really never heard about Kawhi reaching out to Kobe and training with him and doing this. And so it wasn't until, you hear Kawhi starts to talk, and you hear his voice, then you start to understand just what Kobe meant to him. Skip, you have to understand now, when they were winning titles, Kawhi was like 8, 9 years old. You hear Giannis say, Kobe Bryant to this generation is what Michael Jordan was to the last generation.
Everything. I agree.
So now you're starting to see a L.A. kid growing up, my idol that I watched win championships, I reached out to him, he hit me back. Yeah, come on down, let's work out. Let me pick your brain. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. Let me see what you're thinking. That meant a lot to Kawhi. Kawhi doesn't strike me as a guy that's easily to get close to.
He's not.
Because he's very guarded. He's very, he keeps everything like, I don't really know who I can trust. And so in that aspect, he's like, let me reach out to Kobe. He reached out to Kobe, and guess what he did?
Kobe reached back.
You didn't hear anything.
Nope.
A lot of times people, such and such, we're going to work out this summer. He reached out to me. Kawhi is not like that. Kawhi, like when Kawhi tells you something, he feels he's telling you this in confidentiality. So if he hear, only 2 people know about it, me and the person that I told. Now, if I hear it from somebody else, I didn't tell anybody, so where must it have come from?
Interesting.
Probably the same thing happened with the Lakers. He's like, I ain't tell nobody I was talking to the Lakers. It came from somewhere. It didn't come from me. So where it come from? So it tell you see how he was bottled up, Skip. And I think him winning that award means more to him than anybody else winning that award. Yeah, LeBron could have won it. It would have been a great gesture. Laker, AD winning in his hometown.
I think that's what most people wanted to happen and expected to happen.
But I don't think LeBron approached it like that, Skip. I don't think he came out because I thought AD was going to come out and be more aggressive than what he was. Consider he's a kid, south side of Chicago. Normally what happens, that's your hometown. You go get the award. Like Jordan, obviously Jordan played for the Bulls. It's in Chicago, yada, yada, yada. We get it. Another situation, Skip, I don't know if you probably were there in '92 when it was in Orlando. Magic had announced earlier he had tested positive for HIV. He came back and won the MVP in that game. And so he went in the But I think Kawhi winning that award, the first annual Kobe Bryant All-Star Game MVP award, I think that award meant more to Kawhi than it would have meant to any other player.
Totally agree. And I could have made the case that the spirit of Kobe propelled Kawhi last night. And if it had been anybody else who was more open about it, that it would have been the whole theme of the night. The whole storyline would have been, oh, so-and-so is being propelled by Kobe's spirit to win the first Kobe Memorial All-Star MVP award.
Because Kawhi is the guy, Skip, that hasn't really talked about his relationship with Kobe until he was prompted last night. And the reporter was asking him, he said, well, Kobe meant a lot to me. The conversations that we had, the workouts that we had. So Kawhi has not done a whole lot, hasn't done a whole lot of talking about his relationship with Kobe. So the media, we haven't driven the story with, man, they were really close, yada, yada, yada. And I don't really think he went and got the award without us seeing. Skip, we see some guys try to win that award. We see it. But Kawhi let it happen in the Florida game. Hit a three and then another three. And he was shooting the three like it was Klay Thompson because the ball was barely touching his hands and he was letting it go and swishing nothing but net.
True.
So he got the award without really trying to get the award. Only he knew, man, I'm going to try to get this thing, man. I got it going really good.
So what do I always say about LeBron James? Highest IQ in all of basketball, and I can make a case he has the highest IQ in the history of. Magic could be up there, maybe Stockton, I don't know. Jason Kidd, we can talk. But LeBron is near the top, if not at the top of the list. He also has the highest off-court marketing IQ ever in the history of sports. I believe he's the guy. And he got social media before anybody got it, and he dominates on social media. So he owned the Kobe story from the start. It was a couple days after Kobe passed. And he posted on IG. Remember, he said, man, I love you, big bro. I promise you I'll continue your legacy. It's my responsibility to put this, you know what, on my back and keep it going. And I think most people would leap to the conclusion, you guys were like that. Well, it really wasn't, by all accounts, until the last couple of weeks of Kobe's life that he and LeBron started to thaw out a little bit from being arch rivals because Kobe had become the ambassador to all of basketball, even as an ex-Laker. And remember, Kobe was blessing LeBron to pass him on the all-time points list,
Because something started happening. Kobe started showing up to games. And then you could see he and LeBron start interacting. On the sideline, Kobe was there with his daughter, and he and LeBron was interacting. I think everybody was waiting for Kobe to give the blessing. It's okay for you guys to embrace it.
And he did bless him, and it was huge. And thank you, God, for that, because it left a great legacy for LeBron. Because for a while, L.A., as you would know, being from L.A., there are a lot of Laker fans who were like arm's length from LeBron. Like, you got to prove it to. You got to go win a chip first.
Skip, Magic tells the story that he and Bird, because they had competed, the national championship is still the most watched national title game in the history. They came in as adversaries, so they came in. One went to the west, the other to the east. Rivals, Boston, L.A. So one of these guys was going to win the title. It wasn't until they shot the commercial that they realized, man, we got more in common than we previously thought.
Converse,
the weapons. Kobe, I think, like I said, I don't really know. LeBron, obviously, Skip, it's hard to go. I mean, Kobe and KD LeBron and KD worked out together. So I don't really know if LeBron and Kobe ever worked out together. But it's hard, Skip, when I'm competing against you to try to come pick your brain, and then everything, we're going to be buddy-buddy. Now, they became friends, but I don't know how much Magic and Larry worked out together. We can be friends, Skip, and then once LeBron got to L.A., and probably he started conversing with Kobe and talking to basketball, they realized that they had more in common than they previously thought. The games are totally different now. But we do have a lot in common. Our love of the game. Now, we look at, Kobe got that Michael Jordan, that killer mentality. Magic would kill you with a smile. Jordan and Kobe, ain't no smiling. We got no smiles for you, bro.
No. So in the end, I remind you what Doc Rivers said. We were at the Super Bowl, so we're going back a couple of weeks. Remember, he made the point a couple of days after Kobe passed that, hey, we can also pay tribute to Kobe by going and winning this year's championship. He wanted to make the point it's not just a Lakers story. It can be our story, too, because we have Jerry West on our side now, and Jerry West was clearly like a father to Kobe Bryant.
He was as torn up as anybody.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so you got like a little brother, Kawhi, and like a father, Jerry West. So they're saying, well, wait a second, you can't, we share this building with you, but you can't own it just because you're the team in L.A., right?
Yeah, you're not going to be the only one that you're not going to hijack Kobe's legacy and memory and says, okay, we're going to use that. We're going to use it too. Because we've seen guys, Skip, that we don't expect to play, and they're like getting 50 points. You're like, where did that come from? And it's like, it's Kobe, you know, Mamba mentality. But it's Kawhi, like I said. I mean, Skip, for me, if they'd have given it to Chris Paul, I wouldn't have fought. Because Chris Paul got 9 points in the fourth quarter.
He did.
And he hit some big threes.
Well, he had 7 threes to Kawhi's 8 threes, and we could go back and forth about the rest of the stats. But I will make this case again. I believe LeBron, high IQ, knew in the end, and I showed you that shot before, he took that like 40-foot shot. That was to win the game. And I got to tell you, if that had gone in, if this shot goes in, I believe LeBron's the MVP, even though his numbers weren't great. But that would have done it. That would have brought the house down.
It would have. That would have been great.
That would have been in Michael Jordan's house, right? That he makes a last-second 38-foot shot or whatever it was. It was a bomb, man.
Yeah.
And it was a good idea. It just had to go in.
I mean, they ain't like the one he hit against the Warrior. You maybe hit that one against the Warrior a couple of weeks ago. We was off. We didn't come back.
It was the not the worst team in basketball.
But then we're going to talk about this a little later. That one he hit against the old Nuggets.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk a whole lot about what he didn't do against the Nuggets. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
All right, we'll get back to basketball later in the show, but we are switching gears to the NFL. The Patriots really 100% done with Tom Brady. We'll discuss that claim.